Jeannie's Amber Beads. Jeannie was a little Scottish girl who lived among the Highlands. She lived in a simple hut in the beautiful hills. Jeannie's father kept sheep on the hillsides, and Jeannie and her mother spun and wove beautiful cloth on their looms. One thing that Jeannie treasured was a necklace of amber beads. Her grandmother had given the beads to Jeannie on her 12th birthday. The beads had the rich color of bright sunshine. When an amber bead was rubbed, it gave off a fragrance and it could attract things like a magnet. Inside one of her beads was a delicate bit of ferny moss in a globe of yellow light, as if it were in the sunlight. In another was a tiny fly, his little wings outspread and raised for flight. One bead held 2 pine needles lying across each other. A bee was lodged in another bead, which looked like frozen honey. Some beads had golden beetles in them. The beads were all so beautiful that Jeannie spent a lot of time just admiring them. Jeannie's grandfather had got the beads from the wreck of a ship, Goshawk, which had sunk in the sea waters near his Highland home. He had gone looking for what he could save from the wreck. There, among the slippery seaweeds, he had accidentally stepped on this piece of amber. It was a clear, shining lump, and all the creatures had been embedded in it. From this lump, Grandfather had carved out the beads himself and had given them to his wife as a wedding gift. He had worked very carefully to save the embedded insect or weed in each piece. How his young wife had loved it! She had worn it for many years and then had left it to her granddaughter. But what puzzled Jeannie was how the amber came to be on the seashore and how the bees, the moss, and the other creatures had got inside. So she looked it up in a book. She learnt that long before any humans appeared on Earth, the Scottish Highlands were covered with forests. There were oaks, poplars, beeches, and pines. Among them was one kind of pine, tall and stately, from which a shining yellow gum flowed. This beautiful yellow gum was fragrant. Thousands of little insects fluttered about it in the warm sunshine. They were attracted by its pleasant smell, perhaps too by its taste. Once they alighted upon it, they stuck fast and could not get away. The great yellow drops oozing out surrounded and, at last, covered them entirely. Wind-blown bits of moss, leaves, acorns, cones, and little sticks too were soon stuck in the fast-flowing gum. As time went by, the gum hardened more and more and became amber. In those very old times, the land sometimes sank down into the sea, so deep that the water covered the very mountain tops. And then, after several centuries, the land was slowly lifted up again. The great forests of the north of Scotland, the oaks, the poplars, and the amber pines, sank into the deep sea. There, lying at the bottom of the ocean, the wood and the gum hardened like stone. Only the great storms could disturb them as they lay half buried in the sand. It was one of those great storms that had brought the lump of amber closer to the shore, where Jeannie's grandfather found it. When he gave the necklace to his wife, he did not know that he was giving her a little piece of nature and that his granddaughter would wear it one day.